Hi, welcome to my channel. Today we're doing a real talk, girl talk video. It's really for the girlies. If you're in your 20s navigating life, body image, relationship, get cozy, grab a bevy, and let's chat. I don't think I've ever officially introduced myself on YouTube. Hi, my name is Paige Gonzalez. I am 29 years old. Something the last name tells you that the skin tone doesn't is that I'm Puerto Rican. I always say I got three things from my Puerto Rican side: my ass, my attitude, and my last name. Let's go ahead and get into it. Don't forget to like and subscribe to my channel. I asked you guys on Instagram to send me some questions. What keeps a long-term relationship healthy? In case you don't know, I'm actually about to be in a 7-year relationship. We are celebrating our anniversary on Monday. I would say a key for keeping a long-term relationship is staying an individual. And then of course, everyone's always gonna say communication, right? Like you have to communicate with your partner what's important for you, what your needs are. Your needs are not gonna be the same as the other person. Listening to understand, not just listening to reply. Communication can be so hard because we never want to hear things that we feel like aren't agreeing with our side. But when you're in a relationship, especially when you're in a long-term relationship, you need to get out of the headspace of it's me versus him. If you want to be together, it's both of you versus the problem. And you're also okay to have different opinions. Like you don't have to agree on every single little thing as long as you're agreeing on the main things. Religious beliefs, politics, how you want to raise your children, what are the future goals for both of you as individuals. Like that's such a big thing for me and for my relationship. I am a very productive person. I have a lot of goals and aspirations for my life. I need to be with a partner who wants more out of life for themselves as well. Like I can't get up every morning and I work out, I'm taking vitamins and I'm taking care of myself, and then you just slept in for an extra 4 hours. There has to be an alignment in lifestyle, even if you guys aren't doing the exact same thing. If you guys have an alignment in living a healthy lifestyle, being fit, having aspirations and goals, wanting to travel. I could not be with somebody who didn't want to travel. Like that's a deal breaker for me. I encourage people to have those conversations early on and understanding where the other person is coming from and where you're coming from. There's nothing wrong with like if they don't like to travel, but just knowing that is how they see their future is like always staying in this one place and they're really comfortable being here, and you know that's not your future and that's not what you see for yourself. Get out. You gotta go. Nothing's wrong with that. Like thank you so much for your time. Our time is over. Being in a relationship for a long time, you're gonna go through a lot of ups and downs, and you can't hold your person to who they used to be. Just the same as like you wouldn't want somebody to come up to you from high school and be like, oh my God, like I remember you in high school, like I didn't like you, blah, blah, blah. Girl, you don't even know me now. Like I'm not who I was in high school. You're gonna be with someone for the long term. You're gonna be together for 2 years, 4 years, 7 years. Those arguments that you've had in the past and maybe the way that you guys used to communicate or things that were said in the past to each other, you need to have that communication and understanding that that's not how we think anymore, and that we're not going to hold each other to those old ways of thinking or maybe something that somebody said during an argument 7 years ago. We're not going to do that. If you want to grow together, you have to be willing to let shit go. Not let shit slide, but let shit go. How to stop settling. I think the big thing with when people settle, it's because they don't know what they actually want. The only way you're going to discover what you actually want and what you deserve in a relationship is to be comfortable with yourself. Before I got into this relationship, I had been single for years. I was very happy by myself, very happy going anywhere and everywhere in public by myself, having my own personality. Like I never even felt like I needed to be with a big group of friends. I mean, truly being by yourself and understanding who you are is going to help you in the long run not take no shit. You're not going to take no shit if you know who you are and you stand on that. And when I say relationship too, like that could even go for friendships. If you feel like you are not getting what you're giving and you have that conversation, you communicate that, and it's just like brushed to the side, you gotta go. There's an emotional maturity level that has to be understood. I understood who I am and I stand on who I am. I have those boundaries. What's your relationship like with food? So great question and a loaded answer because, I mean, if we go back to the history of my fitness, let's start in high school. High school, I discovered the gym. I loved the gym. I discovered muscle. I looked great and I had this slim figure, but I also ate a whole bag of pizza rolls. I've always been a binge eater. There are stories about me being babysat and like the gremlins having to be like, don't feed her after a certain time. Like, don't feed her again after dinner. She's gonna tell you that she's hungry. She's not hungry. I'd be like, well, can I just have some grapes? Can I just have this? And I would eat until I threw up. And that's me as a very young girl. I'm talking the age of probably 6, 7, 8. Already had a binge eating issue. But of course, like we didn't know like that's what it's called. They're just like, this girl's always hungry. No, it's not that I'm always hungry. It's that I'm bored and I want to snack and I want to have this, and like I find comfort in food. That's something that I work on. I'm still working on. Tracking macros has been really big for me, and the success that I found in losing 30 pounds over the last year, because there is no guesswork. Portion control has never been a strong suit for me. I told y'all, I will eat a whole bag of pizza rolls. No problem. No questions asked. So portion control, out of the question. I don't know what that is. But when I'm tracking macros and you have the food scale and it's like, okay, this is what 6 ounces of chicken looks like. Not saying you have to use a food scale for forever, but you need to get that baseline understanding of what does this look like? Okay, this is a cup of rice. I thought a cup of rice was like 3 cups of rice. With binge eating, you have to understand what you can and can't have inside the home. For example, for me, chips are a big problem. If you give me like a family size bag of chips, that bag is not gonna get rolled up and put back in the cupboard. The entire bag will be eaten either that day or by the end of the weekend. But if I have the individual bag of chips, I've noticed that I tend to do better and it's easier for me to eat one bag of chips and put it down. For a long time, I was not able to keep snacks in the home, like any type of snacks. I'm just not keeping snacks in the house. This is an ingredient household. If you want something, if you are actually that hungry, then you have to make it. And for me, and a lot of the times I discovered that I'm not actually hungry whenever it comes to like, oh, I have to make something, like all I have is some raw chicken and I have to go and make something, then yeah, I'm not actually that hungry. I'm just snacky. I'm bored. Body changes is another question on here, and I'm gonna say that that's relating to, you know, like I've had a lot of fluctuations throughout my life. I said in high school I was in really great shape. I was like 130 pounds, mostly muscle. I power lifted. I had abs. I looked amazing. And then got into my junior year of college. I broke my wrist. I was in a cast. I was starting a new school, and I feel like that was kind of like a low point for me. I started drinking a lot more. I wasn't being as active. I think just getting older too, I started to realize, I didn't realize, and that's why I was gaining the weight, but now I realize that I wasn't reeling it back with what I was eating. I was eating Chick-fil-A a lot on campus, thinking that that was healthy food. Girl, don't let Chick-fil-A lie to you. That stuff is not healthy. I gained so much weight eating Chick-fil-A for lunch, thinking I was doing something good. And even with like Qdoba, I love Qdoba, but a bowl is huge. Like that is not the portion for one person. Yeah, it's freaking delicious, but realistically, you should really eat like half the bowl maybe and put it away. Definitely all that to say, you know, I was really in great shape when I was in high school. A lot of it had to do with my metabolism and not having to care about what I ate. So all I had to focus on was like building muscle, and it worked really well for me. But then as I started to get older and my metabolism was slowing down and I wasn't exercising as much, I started to incorporate drinking more. I really started to see that change in my body, but I didn't know how to get myself back to where I was. The things that I used to do in the past was just work out. That wasn't working anymore. That wasn't enough. And I had never learned the skills and acquired the skills of portion control, calories in, calories out. I'd be like, okay, I'm gonna eat like chicken and brown rice and sweet potato for 1 week, and then it's gonna make me me gag every time I see it because it's not sustainable. And I would just go back into that yo-yo of things, right? Like never actually able to lose the weight. My heaviest was almost 200 pounds, which was a bummer. It's a mental thing too when you gain that much weight, especially for me, like when I was young and confident and I looked great, and pretty privilege is definitely a thing. And I got all of that taken away from me when I started to gain weight and like not be confident anymore. You're not confident, you're not holding yourself up, like you're looking down, your shoulders aren't back, your head's not held high, you're not smiling at people, you're not having conversations. Like that loss of confidence that gaining weight does messes with the mental so much. And for a long time I just felt stuck. This is what it is, and I found the comfort in food, which was continuing to keep me in the cycle. I don't really have any tips on how to get out of that cycle except for you have to want it. You have to want it. I sat there heavy for 4 years. It wasn't until I got on that scale and saw that 200 pounds that I was just like, something has to change. I refuse to live like this. I refuse to feel like this. I am out of breath going up the stairs. Like, who wants to live that? I didn't want to live that way. I started sticking to my guns. I quit compromising on myself and my goals. And that's when I really saw the change and I started to lose weight. Now, even with the 30 pounds that I lost, I still have more to go. And I started to get complacent again. I was very happy with the 30 pounds lost, feeling more confident, and started going back into a maintenance. But that's where, beginning of this year, I made a promise to myself that it's not over. Like, this is not where we stop. This is not the finish line. We have to continue to keep going. It's about weight, yes, but it is about so much more too. It's about reaching your full potential, knowing your worth, knowing that you can do it. I love a challenge. I'm going to challenge myself every time to be better and be my best. And I know that I'm still not at my best. I want to change my lifestyle completely. I don't want it to be like, oh, I lose some weight and now I can just go back to eating whatever I want and blah, blah, blah. Like, no. I want to reach my goal. I want to have a complete shift in my physical and my mental and my habits, my routines. I'm setting the foundation right now to become my future self. And my future self is very disciplined. She wakes up early every day. She works out in the mornings, first thing every day. She takes care of herself. She takes care of her mind in addition to her body. She is up on her hustle. She's always making content. She's staying on top of editing. Like all of these things, like that is me. Like that's my future self, and I am becoming my future self right now. I set up a lot of the foundation and the building blocks last year for me to continue it this year. So stay tuned. I'm excited for what this year has to bring. I'm really excited to fulfill my potential. Staying consistent without burnout. You need to find something that you enjoy with fitness. You don't want it to always feel like this really hard, challenging thing that you're forced to do. You want to wake up and feel that you get to do this. Maybe starting out, that's just waking up every morning and doing yoga. That's kind of how I got started in the beginning, was with yoga, and just having a goal of like, I want to be more flexible. I want to be able to hold a warrior two pose. Maybe it's not realistic for you to go and run 2 miles every day, but maybe it is realistic that you go on a 30-minute walk every day. Start with that. Building blocks. You don't have to be great every day, just be consistently good at something. And it's okay if you don't do it 1 or 2 days, but do not let that become a habit. If you need to take a break, take a break. Maybe that day that you don't work out, you're still stretching to take care of your body and recovery, but don't now slip and you're not working out for weeks and weeks. And same with food. One of the questions was about gym anxiety. I can't really speak too much to that because I work out from home primarily. And maybe that's the thing for you that you need to do as well, right? If you are experiencing a lot of anxiety every time you go to the gym and it's bringing you to the point of like you don't want to go, or like you're worried about what everyone else is thinking about you when you're at the gym, you might want to start with home workouts and build that confidence up before you go to the gym. It's really not that hard to start doing workouts at home. You don't need that much equipment. If your excuse for not working out at all is because you have gym anxiety, just start from home. Balancing discipline and fun. It definitely depends on what your goals are and how you define fun. Something that that Aaron and I used to have a lot of our like shared fun with was eating, going out to eat, going to movie and dinner experiences. Like, that's where you have to change your mind, change your mindset to where you're not just food and alcohol centered focus, and you're finding fun doing other things. Other things that you can do are like go to the arboretum, go to a museum, go to some type of class, like a pottery class, a rug making class. You don't have to always be eating and drinking to have fun. And if there is food involved at the function, you don't have to get the greasiest, fattiest thing on the menu. 9 times out of 10, wherever you go, you can find something healthy on the menu. What would you tell your younger self? I love this question. Our younger selves are so precious. I would tell my younger self to not ever lose her confidence, to stick with it, stick with the grind. If you have a gut feeling that something's gonna be successful or it's something that you enjoy, stick with it. Do not let other people's opinions stop you from doing what you want to do. At the end of the day, we are all in this world by ourselves. Solo, dolo. Nobody lives in your brain. Nobody walks in your shoes. You do that. So if you found something that makes you happy, even if people think it's silly, like this YouTube stuff, right? Like I used to have a fitness page on Instagram and I was starting to find a lot of success with it. I was gaining a following, I was getting a few sponsorships, but I did not stay consistent with it. Outside opinions do not matter. Do not matter. Do what makes you happy. And that's why I'm back on YouTube. I'm back on Instagram, TikTok, doing all of the content creator things because this makes me happy. This is what I enjoy doing. Everybody starts out small. Everybody starts from somewhere. Don't be afraid to be a beginner. Don't worry about what other people think about you. Don't surround yourself with those kind of people. Like, don't be in the drama then. That's what I would tell my younger self. Another one is non-negotiables in life plus relationships. I'll say a non-negotiable in relationship is infidelity. There will be absolutely none of that. If my partner ever cheated on me, I don't care how long we've been together. I don't care what we've built. I'm out. You don't cheat. You don't let other people into your relationship. A non-negotiable in life, definitely like now as I'm getting older, a non-negotiable for me in life is movement, having fitness and healthy living in my lifestyle. That's a non-negotiable. I would love some more examples of maybe what are some of your non-negotiables in life to better answer that question next time. Oh, okay. I like this question. This is confidence habits that actually work. Affirmations. I'm a huge believer in affirmations. I wake up every single day and I say, great things are happening to me with a smile on my face. Great things are happening to me. And I've had a friend ask me before, does that really help you? Like, does that really stop a bad day? Yes, it helps separate a bad moment from a bad day. How quickly can you bounce back? How strong is your mental? Like, that's something that I'm really big on this year is we focus on training our muscles and losing fat. Like, we need to train our brains. This is a muscle. Our mind. Are you in control of your emotions, your reaction? How strong is your mind? Are you able to hear some bad news and be like, wow, that really hurts, and bounce back and still do your routine that day? Or do you allow other people and their emotions and their drama affect your whole day and ruin it? I follow Lavender on YouTube. I love her affirmation tracks. Money flows to me easily and effortlessly. I will go on a walk and I'll just listen and I'll repeat them out loud. And people on the walk are probably like, what is she talking about? I'm talking to myself and I am telling myself that I am beautiful and confident and I hold all the skills necessary to be successful. That is what it takes. Be a little delulu. Love yourself. If any of these are relatable to you, comment down below me too and let me know which one really touched your heart. Or if you would like a part 2 and have any other questions, definitely let me know. I've learned a lot of lessons in life. I grew up very young. I was taking care of myself at a young age. I moved out before the age of 18, had my own car. I've been working since I was 14 years old. I bought a house at the age of 23. There's so many other things. And I love to help give like big sister advice to others out there who need it and who maybe don't feel like they're in control of their lives, don't feel like they can change the outcome of their lives. Yes, you can. I promise you, you can. You just need a skill set, and skill sets are to be learned. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe, and I will see you next time. Bye.